नमस्कार फ्रेंड, गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। फ्रेंड्स, श्री DS मूर्ति पेंशन एक्टिविस्ट जो हमारे एक्स बैंकर हैं विजयवाड़ा से आंध्र प्रदेश, उन्होंने एक राइट अप शेयर किया है। इज योर मनी सेफ विद द बैंक्स? डियर फ्रेंड्स, इज योर मनी सेफ विद बैंक्स which acts in breach of trust even in the case of their own employees? Can we trust the DFS that transactions the laws and fails to implement them? I have just come across an interesting and thought-provoking write-up which is being forwarded. Bank pension, banks IBA and DFS. Department of Financial Services DFS gave previous sanction to pension regulations of banks. Boards of banks adopted them. DFS notified them in the Gazette of India. Second point, Regulation 35(1) lays down that basic pension and additional pension, wherever applicable, shall be updated as per formula given in Appendix 1. Regulation 56 lays bare that the pension scheme in banks is on the premise of the central civil pension. High Court of Kerala observes that in terms of Regulation 35(1), pension is to be updated in tandem with the revised scale of pay arising out of the bipartite settlements, and also that Regulation 56 make it explicit that pension scheme in banks is akin to the central civil pension. Next point, Regulation 5(2) lays down that pension fund can be used only for payment of pension or family pension in accordance with the pension regulations. Regulation 2(n) states that only officers and workmen are employees, directors are not employees. Banks pay pension to retired whole-time directors out of the pension funds which comprise the CPF, deferred wages of employee, and CPF refunded by retired employees. And next, payment of pension to whole-time directors out of the pension fund of employees is in breach of trust and the misapplication of the pension funds. Banks say that they pay pension to whole-time directors as per instruction of the government, that is the DFS. Banks plead they need instructions from DFS, IBA for updating pension of employees when the pension regulations were made with the previous sanction of the DFS, were adopted by the boards of the banks and notified by the DFS in the Gazette of India, and it is their responsibility to implement the regulation in letter and spirit. IBA is only a voluntary association of the banks that cannot meddle with the pension regulation which are statutory. Is your money safe with the banks which acts in breach of the trust even in the case of their own employees? Can we trust the DFS that sanctions the laws and fails to implement them? Thank you.